Hello and welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
I'm the Bench Monster.
Thank you for
One and
joining us.
only. One and only.
Thank you for joining us. As always, we appreciate it, and we are super happy to see you.
Good to have you here.
Why are you? What are we getting weird looks and stuff?
Well, you just got back from the
We're
gym.
super happy to have you guys here. This is one of our all-time favorite parts of the week, and we look forward to seeing you guys and hopefully hearing from you in the chat and seeing what you're doing in your training with the people that sent videos. So here we are.
Got a new flag up. Old Glory. I put it up myself.
A classic.
It was hard. It's a heavier flag. It's not
I'm
like
sure.
a cheap
Are you
polyester
okay?
one. Well, it's thicker fabric and it's
Guys. Oh.
getting it all right. Does that look good? Does it look good on the camera?
Yeah.
Good. I tried. What's up? What's going on in lifting? How is your lifting going? Mine is going so-so. I'm thinking about dropping some weight.
I think that'd be healthy.
Yeah.
I think you'd feel better if you trimmed like the stomach, a little bit of the stomach.
Stomach?
Just got yeah, 300 is just a little bit too heavy for like
320.
beyond 300. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
I'm up to like 320 right
I
now.
think
It's a
you
little
need
bit,
to
a little
be
bit big.
solidly under
Yeah.
3 at this point.
Yeah,
If you,
most likely.
You're not planning on doing a meet or anything.
Not
so
really.
There's really no good excuse to be above there.
It's just fun to be big in
In
society.
some ways, but in other ways, it's probably
it's unhealthy.
uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
And for real unhealthy.
Yeah, especially when it's 100 degrees out like it is this week.
Yeah,
It's very uncomfortable to be this big. You know, you got a lot of insulation. Yeah.
just having to move around. You know, I mean, you're just carrying more weight.
I know. I got the whole thing. I've been doing it all my
Yeah.
life.
Well, not all your life.
I can drop down 275 if I want to. I've been down
Sure.
lower than that. I can go up to 400 if I want
Show
to.
us. Not that. Show
No,
us the 275.
that-
Show us the 275.
Well, maybe
We don't believe you.
285, 90, somewhere in there.
There's some of us out here that don't believe
I know it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but I can do it if I put my mind to it and go out and do the cardio and a whole 9 yards. Just cut out all the fun food and just go back to
cut out. Yeah.
my diet food.
I don't think you'd even have to do anything.
And then my strength goes out the
Anything
window
crazy.
where it already is out the window. So, hey, got a lot of videos to showcase tonight. Got a lot were sent to my email at benchmonstergmail.com. And
You asked me a question and then never let me answer.
what was the question?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. I had to go searching. And you helped. We sat down the other night and she was on her cell phone. I was on Instagram. We were bouncing around, checking out videos, found some that aren't even lifting related, but they're entertaining. And that's why we showcase them.
Yes.
It gives us a break from the norm. And we got
Keeps you on
quite
your
a few.
toes. You start
Yeah, you
out-
never know what you're going to get.
You think I'm gonna see either squat bench.
Yeah, squat bench or deadlift.
No, look
No.
at this.
Some interesting stuff that I see. I'm like, I want to show that to my audience and my family. So, well, let's get right to videos, I guess. It's just us and a few people
Do it.
just hanging out here on a
Let's do
Thursday
it.
night at 7 p.m. doing our thing. Let's go first up. No particular order here. These are just the way that they enter the pad and paper when I sit down. Yeah. See that? Handwritten. This ain't typed. This ain't click and print. This is handwritten. It takes a lot of effort to do this, and I'm not complaining.
Left
I'm
your
proud of
gold
myself.
medal upstairs.
Okay, go get it. I like gold.
Yes, he does good, doesn't he, folks?
Yeah.
We're very
Okay.
very proud and thankful of all the work he does every week. Because if he didn't, we wouldn't be able to have a show. All I can
Well,
do
we
is come sit here, talk. That's about it.
Well, you couldn't
but all
hurt-
the computer stuff and understanding how to put the videos into the program.
How did I figure all that out during
I don't know
COVID, where
how
we
you
had nothing to do and all day to do it?
Very good at technology stuff. So like once you try to pick something up, you usually like pick it up pretty.
For
well.
Excel, yeah. Okay.
Yes, you
Let's
excel.
just start out with the first one I have on paper here, and it is 1 rep max.
1 rep.
1 rep in the house. He's doing some reverse grip with chains. It's 345 all together with the chains and the bar weight. And I don't need a backing. Let's check that out. A little bit reverse grip here.
Ooh,
Looks comfortable.
getting fancy. Some reverse actions.
Nice job, 1 rep.
Very nice.
looks very smooth.
Easy.
Looks like you've been doing that for a long time.
Sandbagging. put some weight on
Looks
the
comfortable in
bar.
his hands too.
It does. It does. Well, he's got the he must have like good mobility.
Yes.
Those of us that are smaller, that helps a little. I mean, we have better mobility.
I can't do it.
Usually automatically. I don't know. That might
Good
be
mobility, Mr. One Rep.
a strong statement, but I would say mostly.
Dimitro sent me a video all the way from Luxembourg, way over yonder.
We love Dimitri.
We love Dimitro.
Done a
500
lot for our crew.
530 pounds times 4 reps in a 2-ply F8 bench shirt, and I don't need a backing. This is kind of easy for me tonight.
See it, man.
Now I just no shaking, no.
No, it looks like
his base is solid, super controlled, straight line.
With it.
Yeah. Nothing's teeter-tottering. He's not, uneven lockout.
Oh, no,
It's just like a smooth, precision,
easy.
nice,
Like
easy lift.
35 in his hands.
Dimitro,
Like
very
nice,
great.
man.
Everything's
Good stuff.
awesome. Can't take anything away from that.
No, not
Awesome.
a thing. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Nicely done.
Usually we can
sir.
say, oh, his feet's moving. That's why this is, nope, he's solid.
No, everything
Solid
was
base.
smooth.
Just,
the line looked good. His
Hell yeah.
base was good.
What's Dimitro weigh? Is he a 240, 250, somewhere in there? Dimitro, you'll have to email me that. Let me know what you're weighing these days. I asked you a long time ago, but
I'm not good.
numbers go all the
I was
time.
gonna say, I
I'm
can't-
always doing numbers here. Cody Plum, got a few videos from Cody Plum. These are pretty interesting because it's a single ply shirt he's wearing, I believe. So Cody Plum's doing 575 here at a single ply Inzer bolt, size 56. Said finally after 3 years of trying, I got it. Apparently the shirt has caused some issues, and he's got it. Basically got it down, got it figured out, dialed
like to
in.
hear
Let's
this.
check this 575 out here. This single ply Inzer bolt shirt. I consider it like a Rage X, I would assume, but what do I know? And tons of speed out of the hole too.
Holy crap.
Cody,
That was a long ass putt.
well, I don't think he touched. He was trying to get down to
Is
the
that what
bottom.
it was?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I didn't have a camera there.
Maybe can you play it again? Because now I'm curious.
Play it again.
Yeah.
Cody Plum 575.
You're like it just looked like it. Did it not touch?
I'm sure he's not touching it.
You might. Oh, you might be right, but
You see it behind?
it looks like it's this whole time. It looked like
It's
it was
close.
on his belly.
But he's got such a great arch that there's a lot
It
of
looked like
area
he's
behind you're
pausing
not
it.
seeing.
Look at that. Oh, you think?
No, I know.
Okay.
I've seen him bench.
Okay. Because from my angle, there is no air between that bar and his. But you might be right.
Okay, because the
angle,
stomach
yeah.
and then there's a slope. Yeah, don't worry about it. Cody Plum again.
See it.
645
So
to a
that
2
was
board
really-
in the single ply Inzer bolt shirt. 645 to a 2 board. Don't need a backing. This is great stuff tonight. That's a little bit of weight there for a single ply shirt.
Oh wow. Yeah, it is. Damn,
I bet
son.
that's biting behind the triceps too, leaving little red marks. I know those shirts. Cody looking strong.
They're fitting well, doesn't it?
We will see Cody on the platform. We don't know when. He just gets up and goes to a meet and
Kicks freaking ass.
kicks ass. Yeah,
Those
single
are
ply.
looking good, Cody. Looking really good.
Lifts in a lot of
looking
poly
strong.
stuff, like the Inzer bolt shirt, the catapult, the
That's older school.
yeah, old school stuff. Yeah, and making it work too. Way to go, Cody.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow. This guy is I guess he's prepping to break Eddie Hall's deadlift record, 11:02 or something. His name's Ivan Markov. Makarov. Actually, Makarov. Makarov.
I would never say it right.
Ivan
Let me see how.
Makarov.
Makarov.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna try it.
Makarov.
Yeah. So he's prepping to break Eddie Hall's all-time deadlift record soon. Here's 490 kilo or 1078, I guess is what it converts to in pounds. I need a backing. That is this dumb thing here, and I tried to figure out how to play with this and make it work. Okay, that's 1078.
Strongman.
Yeah, so it's repeatedly the same lift.
Powerlifting. That's red lights.
That's red light, but not in that game that they
That's it.
they do. So
I wish we. could
Mr.
catch that.
Ivan is on a mission, and looks like he's pretty close.
Yeah, it does.
1078 and 1102 is I guess he's got to do 11:05.
I mean, I guess at that level, that
That's crazy.
probably feels like a lot of weight, or like, of course, a lot of weight, but a big
Well-
difference between 1078 and 1102.
Why doesn't Grigsby go
His is
for it? He's done
1078, but
he's
he
done
just-
1075 without any straps. Grigsby, remember him? Did 1075 deadlift.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but I'm trying to think.
He can go for it.
Has he?
Whatever happened?
Yeah, 'cause
whatever
that
happened to Woolham?
Who?
That deadlifter guy I really liked.
Oh, Kaylor Woolham.
Kaylor Woolham, yeah, I like him.
Woolham?
It's been a while. I
Dude,
haven't seen him.
I had no idea.
He might be in school or something, doing something. In his...
I'm trying to think if I know.
Okay, you think about that.
I haven't. I follow him on Instagram, but there's so many people I follow and don't get news feed from. So, and he's one. I haven't seen a post from him in a long time.
Okay.
He's on Instagram at Dr. Deadlift.
Who's Dr. Deadlift?
Do you know? See how he listens, guys?
I'm working the show here.
The person
Kaylor.
that we're talking about.
Yeah, I want to know what he's doing.
His nickname or his Instagram. It's his nickname, and he made it an Instagram.
Because he
handle.
pulls like
Is
midnight in the
Dr.
hundreds.
Deadlift.
Yeah.
That's his nickname, his Instagram handle.
He's the guy I take to gyms and we hustle people, put money on the table.
Right.
$100 says you can't deadlift more than this kid right here, and we clean up across the nation.
Right.
Okay, next up, I saw this and I was just wondering if this is possible. I don't have any kids, but this I've never seen this before, and I get around and I look at people, I stare at people like they stare at me. But the this 7-year-old kid here, basically it's a 7-year-old with seriously low body fat and packed with muscle. Is this possible? Let's check this kid out. You might have seen it. I don't know. Let's go to the 7-year-old here. Where's he at?
Holy shit!
I don't know if he's 7. What's going on there?
Whoa, that's creepy. I mean, not
Creepy?
but like interesting. Not creepy, but like I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
I
So,
mean,
what's going on there?
I've seen I've seen like older.
Remember
older
little
kids-
Hercules? He was the big thing, and he grew up to be not Hercules anymore. But
Really?
what is this kid doing? Does he eat?
I'm not sure what's that.
7 years old? Is his parents starving
Could
him?
he possibly like have went through puberty early and like already be?
All right, there's a lot of questions to be
Already
answered.
be producing testosterone, because that's what I was gonna say.
That's not
is
normal
I've
for a
seen,
7-year-old,
like-
right?
I'm trying to. For that young, no. I've seen like
All right, doctor.
middle school or high school kiddos that have obviously probably went through puberty
Mhm.
young, and they naturally like are lean and look like that, you know, and it's kind of surprising.
Okay.
I had a friend like that, but that young, 7, where there's almost no way. I mean,
He doesn't look 7.
I can't imagine that he's went through puberty and that he started producing testosterone. So
Maybe
I
he's
don't
got
know anything. I mean,
maybe he's got a growth
is he
hormone
just that
problem,
lean?
where
I
it's
don't-
just his body's producing too much growth hormone, making him extremely lean. I don't know what it is.
I
A
mean, I've
doctor
seen
probably
kids
knows what's
that are
going
very
on,
lean, you know, and like
but he's strong.
we get kids in gymnastics, little girls that come in, and it's like they're built for the sport. But I've never seen. I mean, now he looks like a little 7-year-old bodybuilder. He looks like he should be on a
Look at his
stage.
friend over there. Doesn't even want to hang out.
I-
We have nothing in common. You walk over to this kid's house, this is all he wants to do. Instead of play with toys, he wants to curl dumbbells.
Which is really badass.
It's cool. I don't
But
get it. I saw it and I wanted to show
I
it.
don't know what caused that. No,
I wish I had that problem.
I mean, it's not a problem.
All right, next up. It labeled this one, it's all fun and games until. Okay, it's all fun and games until what? Right here.
Oh!
Whoa.
And he gets up. What the?
Yeah, you know, when you're out,
God, I hadn't seen that one.
you know,
I
doing
can't-
burnouts with your friends and you had too many Modelo's, that's what happens. He's all right.
Oh my God. Yeah, he got up.
He might be missing a disc or a hip,
Jesus Christ.
some part in his girdle of his hip, but he's good
God, that
until
looks
the
horrible.
alcohol wears off. The fun car took him out.
I know.
I bet they were having fun though, you
distraught
know,
about it.
doing
God.
donuts probably, you know, having a good time. But
Ah,
all right, let's get serious here. We got next
oh,
up.
that
We have,
was serious. That was
yeah,
terrible.
they're just toying around.
Fuck.
Let's check out Pete Santee. We all saw him do 650 last week. I have another video of him doing 523 times 8 reps. And I'd like to mention that Pete reached out to me, wants to be on the show, quoted, where's my calendar? Try to get him on sooner. He wants to come on the 31st of August, end of the month. Gave him the lowdown to the questions, what to expect, PG rated, all that good stuff. So we should have him on, and we should pick his brain about lifting. Right now, 523 times 8 reps. It's a PR, so let's check it out. Don't need a backing either. Apparently, you got to do repetitions raw to be a great raw bencher, and you got to make it look like this. Mother frick me, man.
Good Lord.
I
Look at
got
that guy's
questions.
hair. You see that his hair? Isn't that cool?
I don't care about his hair. I care about the
know.
bench.
I know, but isn't that I never seen
Pete's a
I've never
manimal,
seen him
dude.
like that. He is. That's
Pete, you're impressive
insane.
son of a bitch, I
that
tell
many
you.
reps at that kind of weight, like I can't even.
Comes out
It
of the
wasn't
woodwork.
even hard. Like
And he's only like 25 pounds away
Easy
from
as
the
hell.
275 all-time world record.
very nicely done, Pete. If you're watching, you
good
are
job.
kicking ass. Very impressive.
All right, I put this one on
What do you
here
have?
for you. This is what I called gymnastics technique.
gymnastics.
Yeah. This is on here for you. You tell me if this is how it goes in your gym when you're training people.
Did I see- Oh, I haven't seen this one.
Okay? Is this how it works?
Oh my God!
Oops.
Play that, can you play that again?
He's walking funny now.
I didn't know what to. Can you play it one more time?
I can't play it again.
Why?
We'll watch it later.
I want to watch it again. I wasn't.
He let go and ate it.
No,
is what
I
he
know,
did.
but I want to.
There's nothing to see, but he had no grip.
Explain. I know. I was gonna explain why.
Kind of like the guy that tried to jump and land on the bar. Remember, I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly and did the scorpion fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
kid.
Okay.
Okay. What is this? Low folded squat. Oh, this was interesting. This squat kind of reminded me of Steve Goggins. I left the audio on because it's his opening attempt, but his squat technique is really unique. Let's check out this low folded squat. I leave the audio on. I believe I have to put up, where's it at? Low squat right there. I got to get the backing. You check this out.
On the sidelines.
So this
Or
is
helping
Barley's
him.
opener. Oh, he's
Oh,
struggling.
he looks really out of place there, doesn't he?
How on earth did he do that?
At no point in
That was interesting squat technique, right?
A little bit.
And that was his opener. As you could hear the announcers, you know,
Oh, really?
a little worried about the undulation that was occurring on the way down.
Jeez, yeah.
But apparently, I bet he has a good deadlift. If you can do that, you can probably pull because your back is
yeah,
very
your
strong.
back is probably pretty strong. Like,
Okay, we're still going to stay a little out of the
I
loop.
think it is next to that. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why I thought you would know.
This one interests me because I clicked on it on Instagram. It's how to control a great white shark when you're diving in the ocean. Left the audio on because it has to be on, and I have to put up a backing. You watch this in case you're ever diving. This could be important information to you if a great white comes up and wants to bite you. So pay attention, people.
If a shark is swimming toward you, look him in the eye. Do not swim away. It will chase you and think you're prey. Firmly place your hand on his nose, and your other hand underneath his mouth. Twist his body in a direction going away from you so you can safely get away.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Yeah, apparently somebody thinks it's bullshit. So, you put your hand on a shark's face and his jaw, you're probably not going to be alive. That was in an aquarium with a tranquilized shark, and they videoed that, I think. In the wild, it don't work like that. Okay, whoa, we're moving right along here. Where are we at now? I'm lost. 10-year-old. Okay, this is, I don't know. This one bothered me because I saw it and I clicked on it. It's, okay, it's a long name here. Rory Van Ulft. Deadlifts 3.8 times body weight, 10 years old. This is the heaviest, according to the description, this is the heaviest single lift ever by a 10-year-old girl or boy of any size. I have, there's no audio, so we can play it with the backing, but I have questions. Seems like this kid is crying when she's done. Like her dad just yelled at her to do this. Watch when she walks off. There's tears in her eyes. Or that's pain. I don't know which one it
No,
is.
she might just be that happy she got that.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think that's like a.
It just looked like she was in tears.
I think it very well could be a like I've been wanting to get that and I'm that happy. Yeah, girls do that.
It looked like she was like she'd been yelled at.
That was a weird one. I don't know. I know I can't hear the audio. So
Yeah, there's no audio.
I don't know. I mean.
Recording, that's like the biggest single lift and whatever. That's awesome. Hey.
Yeah, so if she knows that she's going for this big record, I mean, that
3.8.
right there is enough. I'm sure that those were tears of joy. I forgot that was the same.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what she says. That's what we're sticking to
If
it.
she knew that was a record, that she's the only person in the world, like, if she went up to it knowing that she was going to be the only person in the world that had ever done this, don't you think that's kind of a big deal? And as soon as you get it and you lock it and you know you got it, you're the only person in the world that's done that. Some of us might, yeah, I would probably have happy tears too.
Those are happy tears then.
That's what I think.
Okay, we're gonna leave it there.
Why would you cry out sad tears? If
Because her dad was yelling at her.
You just broke a record.
Her dad was yelling at her to do it.
How do you know?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks
You're
like
just
she's
pulling
crying.
that out of your ass.
Your ass.
You're the same one that just told me you
All
can't
right.
hear anything in the audio. It's sometimes like just like talking to a wall.
We
wall
can
that's
agree
really
to disagree
stubborn and
about
says dumb
about
shit.
tears of joy and tears of pain.
Well, no,
All right.
it's not even anything. I
Brad
know.
Corte is hitting his
know.
first 600
It's like
pound
talking to a wall.
deadlift for a 35 pound PR. Shut up when I'm talking.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Well, this is I got an
Annoying,
audience
isn't it?
here, and you're interrupting the
Annoying,
flow of
isn't
the
it?
show,
You do that all the time.
and you can be excused very quickly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Brad
physically remove
Corte.
me.
Hmm?
You have to physically.
I can do
remove me.
that.
I dare you.
So this is his first 600 right here. 35 pound PR too. Sent this to me,
Go lock it. Nice.
and that's what you do when you get it to the
Didn't
top
even
right there.
hitch. Yeah, didn't even hitch. Just pulled it smooth through.
And he's got more in the tank.
Very nice.
No doubt in my mind. He's trained hard to get there, and he's going to train harder to get even further. All right. We got a new member of the 1,000-pound bench press club. At least I think, because I found it on the internet, and I never heard of this man. His name is Matthew Hodge. 1,005-pound bench press. He also did a 3-lift meet, but I just pulled his bench press because it's a 1,005 bench press in an F8 shirt. I have a video. I do not need a backing. Matthew Hodge, you are up with your 1,005. Welcome to the club. Good control, straight, good handoff. Good descent, belly up. Use that shirt. Lots of spring off the chest and spreading that bar. Look at that. And you had more in the tank, Matt. Come on. It's just the beginning, Matt. Just the beginning. Great lift, sir. You're in the club. Tyler Butcher, 705 times 15 reps in a new, fresh and crispy Widowmaker is what he posted. So let me check out Tyler Butcher. This is just rhythm right here. This is just like a sewing machine, like a piston. And as I'm watching this, I'm very intrigued on how that sleeve stays at the elbow and does not move each rep. You're not seeing the sleeve move up or down. It's actually pasted to the back of his arm because it's just, oh, that was fast. Like didn't even have time to talk, Mr. Butcher. Okay, that was quick. 15 reps, boom, shoot him. Paul Loeffler, 605 times 4 off 2 boards using a 2-ply F8 shirt, and I do not need a backing. That is awesome.
All right, let's see it, Paul. Impressive stuff as per usual.
I have one 2-ply just like that. Except it fits better when I'm 340. Got the 3-man handoff. You got to have that in this game. And it's got to be perfect. It can't be no one person's holding it on one end, one person's pulling it up too high on the handoff. You know the roll. If you're getting a 3-man handoff, everything's got to be perfect. Feet engaged, quads engaged there. Let's push that bar apart. Look at that. There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
Good job,
Nice
Paul.
Lifting, looking good, Paul. Nice.
Yeah, I got to flip over the page. Oh, got one more little tyke to show you here. Autumn Fry. She's shooting her custom Polymer 80, a very well-trained shooter.
Cool.
She's, I just thought this was cool. I mean, she's got her shit down. She's been taught well. And it just looks,
Badass.
the way she finishes. Yeah, check this out. Need I say more?
It's pretty badass.
That's badass. Yeah, like a machine. One-handed too. That's 9mm right there.
It's pretty badass.
I'm assuming.
She just, she's
Yeah,
like a little
just
badass.
just plinking out there, just plinking. You are up. Okay, we got a squat. 3 of them.
You have to-
One,
have
I
to
don't
see
need a
what they are.
backing.
I have to see what they are to be able to.
Here
tell
is
you
the
what
one
they
with
are.
no backing. Your first squat.
Okay. So this, okay, so we wrapped up. So this was, I've been like doing like my sleeve work. I do my working sets and sleeves. And then I go like a little heavier. And then I do some more in wraps just to kind of get back in the wraps and start getting some heavier weight back on my back. Not too, I don't want to get too much too fast because my back it has been like a pretty serious problem still. But it's feeling okay during the lifts, like especially during squat, like it feels fine. The most pain I have is, as weird as this sounds, is actually on the re-rack. Has anybody, I've never experienced that before. I don't know if anybody has ever had that before, where everything feels actually fine during the lift. It's still in the back of my mind, so I'm still like overly thinking about it, but it's once I finish rack and then I'm transferring the weight off my back to the rack, that's where it hurts the most. It's so weird. I can't explain it. But that's something I've noticed, and it's been like that the last quite a few times I've squatted. So
Here's your second squat.
anywho, yep, more squat. So I'm grateful that it doesn't hurt during that. So that last one was it was a single, just like I said, trying to get back, and it's had been a little bit since I've been in the wrap, so trying to get used to those again. As anybody knows who's been an avid lifter in wraps, if you go a little while without it, if you train without them for a while, it takes you a second to get back in the groove. It's not just slap all that weight back on there and put them on, and you're back where you left off when you last did it. They feel very different than just using knee sleeves or nothing. So takes getting used to again.
Are you ready for squat 3?
Yeah.
Squat 3. Here we go. What are we doing? That's 315.
Yep. I think this was the last. I mean, I know none of these videos are like the feats of strength that I was doing like last year around this time. They're not as much, unfortunately, and none of them are my very best, but they're going, and things are going in the right direction. Like I'm able to, put 315 and more on my back again, and I'm starting, to get closer to deadlifting, putting 400 in my hands. I don't want to go quite, like I said, my back is not ready to hold up for the numbers that I want to do and that I was doing last year at this time, but just kind of being able to stay in, moderate weight and start getting a little heavier is a positive.
What about deadlift? You have 2 deadlifts to show here. Are you ready for those?
Yeah.
Here's your first deadlift. No backing.
So this is 370. This felt pretty good. Just a single. Like I said, just kind of starting to work back up. I had done some work sets of, I think, triples this day, and then I worked up to a couple heavy, like put on a little bit more weight and did some singles to kind of see how it felt. Like I said, I'm going very slow, working my way up. And every time
Really good.
that I feel like leave without making it like worse, I feel like that's a success. Although that was this Sunday, and I have to say after like this weekend, my back's been pretty tired because I squatted Saturday, and then I did that. That deadlift day was on the following Sunday, and when I started that day, I debated whether to deadlift at all because my back was so tired from
Squatting
so yeah, which kind of
and
surprised.
benching.
Benching, I would say this is another really weird thing. Benching is the worst of all three. I would say it's worse than deadlifting on my back. Like every time I bench with my feet, so you'll know, like anybody that sees me in the gym benching, you'll notice like you're pretty much gonna see me only Larson pressing for a while.
Feet up.
Because when I have my feet down, even if I'm like laying flat as a pancake, and not arching really, like just that angle, it's enough stretch to like, it's that one night it was so bad, it was almost like something went out of place, and like for a couple minutes I like couldn't move. It was like, as I've said this whole time, I wouldn't describe the pain as a sharp pain. It's more of a tightness, and things aren't quite in the right spot and aren't moving right. But luckily the pain hasn't been super sharp. But on this day after benching, it was sharp, and it was like every movement, it was just this sharp shooting pain that felt like, the more that I moved, the sharper it got, and it was bad. I mean, thankfully it lasted only for a couple minutes, and then I think things shifted back in place or whatever, but I'm lucky that it didn't last, because if that ever happened,
Well, you got some disc issues,
and
I
it
think.
like locks in there and it stays like that for any significant amount of time, I'm really screwed, because I mean, just, it was bad.
Yeah.
Anywho, and so
Not when you go
I'm
have
just
that looked at.
but if I Larson press, I'm fine. So
Well, if you go to a meet, you can't do that. Okay, you got one more deadlift here.
which is why unfortunately I won't be able to do
Token?
Mary's. I mean,
Well, here's your deadlift right here. Hey,
I could. I mean,
you're on a deficit
what
here.
would I token? All three. I mean, normally if you have a lower back issue, you could still do like upper. You could still do your bench, but bench for me is the worst. And squat, I would say, is the one that's affected by it the least. But like, you can't squat only.
Not yet. 315, 320 on a 2-inch box.
Yeah. Again, super light. I can do way more than
That was like
this.
speed rep.
But I'm kind of working my way back up and try not to do too much too fast or get overexcited and go for trying to go for numbers that I was doing last year right off the bat, because that's a
That
good
was
way
easy.
to injure myself. I gotta slowly work myself back up, and a lot of times after I deadlift one day, my back does hurt a little bit worse for a while, and so it's kind of resting it after that and kind of figuring out a balance. Because I mean, honestly, I'll probably have to end up going to get it checked out, but I'm just really really hopeful that it'll heal up on its own and I can avoid that, because they're just gonna make me jump through all these I think they'll make me do physical therapy before I get an MRI. I think.
You know
I
what you
don't know if
do?
that's
You
the-
go in there and you go your first day of physical therapy. You do the first exercise and you say, "Ow, it hurts too bad," and then you go to MRI next.
Is that how they?
That's how you do it. Yeah, you don't have to go through it all. Say it's too painful. I'll get you right out of that 6-week bullshit. Wow, we're at speed bench already. Anything else you like to
I'm
say?
Jen. Okay.
No, you're not. You're never done.
Well, I just didn't realize that was my last.
Yeah.
I should have gotten some bench videos. Again, they're just gonna be Larson presses, but I feel like I should at least have all three. But yeah, so those were those were mine, and
We hope to see more.
Still trying to just heal the back and continue. I'm grateful for what I can do, because for a while I wouldn't do, couldn't or was afraid to go that heavy. So I'm grateful that I'm able to start like going a little heavier without feeling like I'm snapping my back in half.
Mhm.
It's getting agitated, but it's not.
Yeah, don't snap your back in half. Not good.
So, all right. On to speed bench and max.
Speed bench. What happened? I know. Oh, max effort's a good one because there's only 2 of us. We'll talk about that later. Speed bench. I believe what did we? I don't even know. Let's check it out. I think we actually benched on Wednesday night because Hines was had work out of town. They flew him somewhere, and we opted to wait till Wednesday. So when you bench Wednesday night, max effort, when Friday comes around, it feels like you were just there an hour ago. That being said, I brought in the Emax bar. The oscillating movement and various amounts of kettlebells we use is not overtaxing on the body, and it's very therapeutic to the shoulder sockets, and I thought we'd try it out. This one here, I jumped the gun, and even I'm pretty good with this thing, but yeah, the 180 pounds of kettlebells, it ate me alive, and everybody else. We actually couldn't do that. That was tough. So we dropped back down to a red and a green taped kettlebell, and that was pretty suitable. Working on not touching our chest, making sure the wiggle stays active. Don't want to break that by touching the chest with the bar. We also kind of teach not to even put a grip on that bar. Basically, just let it sit in your hands. More wiggle, the better. I tell you what, though, I like to go back to that kettlebell setup we had, but everybody that took it out, it was violently shooting in all directions, and I don't want nobody getting hurt. But I did 4 reps with it before it got me, but I'd like to have that one more time. And I purposely set it up like that so it would do that, putting the heaviest kettlebell on the outside there where the green bands are. All right, this is something we can control, something normal. Notice no grip, not touching chest. Problem is with me is there's the actual rhythm you can get here, and once you get that rhythm, it doesn't really shake. I've done it so many times, so I stop and get 8-9 seconds here of wiggle at the bottom before I rack. Something we were doing, something different. Broke out the football bar, got 2 chains on there. 20 pounds of link, or is it 1 chain doubled? I don't know. Regardless of the fact, it's decline extensions with the old school football bar. This is a Friday workout here, so it's relatively fast. It's 195 degrees, so I have a sweat towel in my pocket there. Even though it's like 69 degrees in the gym, still sweating profusely with the short rest periods. Jose here stepping up to a plate. It's what we like to see. Looks like we turned on the fan behind us. That kind of helped. But when people move up in weight, it's a test. Are you going to do that weight, or are you going to go above them? Are you going to get more reps than them? That's the whole key. Competitive training. Wanted to do this lift here. I know it can be done with free weight, but we thought on the incline, if we went behind the head and extended up, we could do some behind the head extensions. It looks wonky, but I think we accomplished it somewhat. It may not be perfect, but it worked. My head's turning purple. Don't know why. Not breathing, probably. Jose here with a 1.25 plate. Always showing off. Always pushing the envelope. We like that. Problem is, that's kind of looking like a extension press. But you know what? Hey. It's not like it's not working. It's working somewhere. Uh-oh, what the hell? Top of the head extension? Well, we do the best we can do. I'm trying to go behind my melon there. 1.25 plate. I'm having to squeeze. Probably should have put it in a mouthpiece. Don't want to lose my crowns. Oh, that's hard. Stare it. That's kind of a behind the neck press, but you know what? Let it live. I guess as long as you have a purple face, you're doing something. All right, some rear delt work. We throw that in once in a while. Sometimes a push down afterwards, sometimes not a push down afterwards. Depends on the day. And I know this day we were kind of not wanting to be there because we were just there 36 hours ago. But you show up and you go anyway. These are done all the time, no matter what day you're working out. You can always stop by and do some rear delt work here. And I am all alone. Anyway, we're going to move into max effort. Here's a weird night for you. Let's see. Hines out of town. Jose called in sick. 2 other people that usually show up didn't show. This was on a Tuesday night at 4:30 when we started, and it was me and Starrett. So you are only going to see me and Starrett on max effort night. What did we do? Well, let me tell you something. We came in the gym. I thought I was going to have this person and maybe this person. Turned out I had this person, Starrett. So we made a workout up on the spot, and let's see what happened. Floor press was the original plan, so we stuck with that. We were going to use bands, bench bands, obviously, but we did a little bit of raw stuff. I wanted to lift in the Dark Side Atlas here in a minute. Starrett going up to 4 plates here. He went pretty heavy. Grind that shit out, son. Good. I threw this thing on. Wanted to do something that didn't require a 3-man handoff either, so did some repetition work. Still wanted to put some weight on the bar, though. I think this one here, I hit the uprights. And I think I do 1 rep. I might be wrong. No, I got a couple here. That was good enough. I didn't want him to have to hand off more than whatever. 4 plates and a quarter. He's got his Widowmaker on, and Jesus. Is this 135? I need a Widowmaker. Oh, yeah, I accidentally, there's a miscue there. He said 3 reps, so on 3 reps, I grabbed it. And we had that problem. Nobody got hurt. This time I'm doing 6 plates again. I don't know what's going on, but it hit the underside of the upright is what it did. 5 plates for Starrett. Now we're in communication here. It's like, okay, you're going to do this many reps. And I got the scars on my shin to prove it because that bar ate my shins up when I pulled it. Starrett's a strong kid, man. Look at that. I come back. So I want to get some more reps here, and I know that what I did wrong previously, so let's correct it. Good handoff there. Stare it, staying close. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I wanted to do. Just had to get everything right. Pushing it up under the underside of those upright lips is a son of a bitch. Okay, so what do we got going on here? 5 plates and a quarter. This is some weight for 245-pound Starrett. These Widowmakers, man, I'm kind of impressed. Oh, I got to get one.
You don't have one?
Uh-uh.
No.
That second one looked wonky, and I pulled it. Nobody's getting hurt on my dime. I only got one guy to train with. So, seated dumbbells here. I don't know why we chose that. Seemed like a good idea. Got that rep fitness bench all the way up. No particular weight we start with. I got a left shoulder that's nagging me a little bit. Has been for weeks on end. Some days it's not broke, but it's twanging in there a little bit. I'm sweating profusely. That's normal. Hardest part for me is getting those damn dumbbells up that high from my knees. I don't have that technique down.
Yeah, it's hard.
Stare at Jose can put up 100-pound plate. There's 105s right there. Got him up on his own. So a little bit of shoulder pressing here. Seated dumbbell, what do you want to call it? Like I said, Nate Brandon Horst joined us for midway through the workout. That was helpful. Medicine ball pushdowns. We did these 2 different ways. Actually, with the medicine ball, fingertips, not leaning over it. It's actually a pushdown, so you stay away from the ball, not completely over it, engaging pecs. We're after triceps here. So we use this ball, and then we came up with an idea to use like these little, you'll see. These are pretty tough. Especially when using your fingertips. We got these little plastic square things, and we put them on that pad, and it just changed it up in a weird way, and it felt kind of cool behind the arms of the tricep area, so we said, okay. Sometimes you make up things on the spot. See, we got these little bumper plate things here, and so we're going to press off of those. It's a flat surface. And we increase the weight a tad. And I'm wanting to lean over because my triceps are starting to peter. Look at me, I'm gritting my teeth. It's not easy. Broke out the world famous bar everybody hates. It's 88 pounds without a goddamn thing on it. So we put a 25-pound plate and a chain. And extensions was on the menu to the forehead. Yes, we did it with just the chain, then a 5, then a 10. But I figured you want to see some of the big weights. This is hard. People don't understand that damn bar is 88 pounds. Just to start. It doesn't rotate in your hands, so you got to constantly grip that thing tight. And we're seeing some good extensions here. I'm impressed. Starrett's doing them correctly. I like this. Did multiple sets there. Oh, looks like I put on a 10. Trying to push it here a little bit. Still trying to get the right sets and reps in here. It's on a 1 rep max exercise, so at least 5 reps. Did we do push downs? I think we did. We did push downs with a band. Didn't film it. Sorry.
I think you did the medicine instead of push downs, didn't you?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't either.
I just know it was the first time in history we've had 2 people on max effort night. It was kind of fun.
The busy night. Huh?
Yeah, me and Starrett, we got through it, and we had a good time. So, and we were still there till 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it still went.
Yeah, there was no
as late as usual.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of sets, reps, and rest periods, and we stayed on the floor press quite a bit. You know, sometimes you make an error, like when Starrett said 3 reps, and on the 3rd rep, I pulled the bar back as he was going down, and he contorted, and I thought he got hurt. Oh, scared me to death.
You're lucky you did.
I know. But
sometimes
when you tell me
yeah, but you know how sometimes like you're moving it and it
Then
just feels great.
Yeah.
Verbally, he should have said something.
Didn't say nothing.
it's not gonna hurt if you kind of if the last one looks easy, kind of wait and see if they think, 'cause
Yeah.
they're gonna be going towards the like.
I'm
if they're
counting.
done, they're
1,
gonna go towards
2,
the rack.
3. I'm racking
If you
it.
counted two, if you counted just 1, 2, I think you'd have a good idea of whether they were done or.
We dodged a bullet there, I think.
You
All right,
did,
what
'cause
do you got over
ended
here?
up, like on the I looked over and it looked bad.
Yeah, his arms are all bent and
Yeah, like-
scared me. We survived,
A little.
and we'll be back another day. What do you got over here in the chat box?
It's at the top. Are we at the? Okay.
That's the very
There's
top.
one- Oh, you're right. I see
Yeah.
the bar is all the way at the top. Okay, chat box. One of our our favorite part, tied with watching your videos. It's it's a tie, I would say. But here we go. Terry Conjugate Iron.
Terry,
What's up, guys? Big T here. Hey, Big T. Thanks for showing my bench clips last week.
You're welcome.
Of course, our pleasure. Thank you for sending them. The Russian turbine bench band belongs to a friend. I'm receiving a stronger one soon from my sponsor, Monster Power. 3-ply. LOL. Nice.
please send a video of that, Terry. I'd like to
Yeah,
see that in
send us-
action.
We'd like to check that out and see how it works for you. Thank you for being here, Terry. Always a pleasure. Terry Conjugate. Mary asks you, good evening, Ashley and Ryan. I hope training and your summer are both going good. Summer's going really good. Training's starting to go better, but I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show, or I don't know, I guess I've probably complained about it on every show, but my back is just still, or I think I was telling you about that through text. I was whining about it too the other day. I think my back just isn't healing up, and
Hey, speaking of Mary,
training's been.
you said something about posters up at the gym for the meet.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mary bring them down, or how'd that work? How did we get them?
I'm not sure.
What do they say?
You'd have to ask Mary. I'm not sure how they got down here. Oh, I think
You take a picture?
I did. I sent it to her, and then
Yeah, we got some meat posters up. Oh, they're cool. They're like neon green.
yeah.
We checked that while you're talking to Mary.
I was gonna say I took, yes, instead of doing a close one, I took it so that she could see like
Monster
where within-
Mayhem, Impact
Yeah.
Fitness.
Pretty cool.
I like that.
Isn't it?
Yeah, this can be fun. Yeah, exciting.
So, yeah, the posters are up in the gym. I texted her to show her that. She thought that was really cool, I think.
Right on.
So people are seeing it, and able to anticipate and start looking forward to it. So
Yeah, turn your phone off.
She didn't. The gym made him. She thinks that's really cool, isn't it? Yeah.
I like the color, neon green
No, that's awesome.
and black.
Everybody's super excited that we get to have a Mary meet here, because Mary throws on some amazing meets. Every meet that I've ever done of hers is just wonderful. They run smoothly, great environment. The people that are like running it, Mary and her friend, the judges and the spotter loaders and the people at the table, like everybody that's she's an amazing person, and she's surrounded by amazing people, and it shows in the meets. They run great, and it's just a great environment. And I mean, I could go on and on and on. I really can't say enough positive things about Mary's meets.
Yeah, I'm excited.
If you're trying to
Who's that?
decide what
1,
meet
2,
you
3,
should do
4,
next,
5,
we got
6,
one for
7.
you, right? October.
9 weeks away.
Yep, 9 weeks away.
8 in the deload.
Or if you're just, maybe you don't want to compete, but you're itching to watch a powerlifting meet, come on down to Impact.
Not pack.
Come down to Impact Fitness.
Cut. Yeah. All right.
I'm fired.
You're fired. Pack.
But
Yeah.
anyways,
That's our arch
the
nemesis
meet's
gym.
coming up here in about 9 weeks, and we are so excited. So awesome. All right, James Borgalt. There's a few ways that could be
Borgalt,
pronounced,
yeah.
but I'm gonna say Borgalt. And feel free, James, to correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Ryan and Ashley, hope all is well, and thank you for these podcasts again. Great work.
You're welcome.
Thank you, James. We really appreciate that. It's absolutely our pleasure to do these podcasts. We have a blast. We've met so many cool people. All of you guys that have joined our Benchmonster TV family. We're just grateful to have you guys. We've met some amazing people this way, and thank you for being a part of our podcast. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for jumping in on the chat. We really appreciate seeing you guys here. So thank you, James, and thank you for being here, for joining us. All right,
One rep.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's up, One Rep?
What's going on, One Rep? Good to have you here. You got work coming up soon. Do we have you a little while before you gotta head off to work, or do we maybe have the night off, or what's going on? You be here with us all the time. I don't know why I'm asking you I don't know why I'm giving you the 10th degree and making you answer these questions.
Yeah, those are personal questions.
Sorry, I don't know. I just started, words started coming out and they didn't stop. Anywho, super happy to have you here, One Rep. As long as we have you here, we're grateful for that time. Paul Loffer. Hey, Paul.
What's up,
Great
Paul?
to have you here. Thanks, as always, for sending. I don't know what this hand motion was I just did, but thank you very much for the videos. We always love watching your benching each week, and watching the amazing progress you're making. I guess I could actually read what you typed, but Paul Offer, hey guys, how's it going? Hey Paul, how are you doing? I assume Christina's still on the mend, still, working back to 100, hopefully at 100 maybe. Hope you guys are both doing great. Pleasure to have you here, as always. One Rep. It's fun to be big. A quote from Ron Jeremy. I mean, Ryan Kennelly.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Poor guy, what happened to him? He got some sexual assault charges.
He did?
And he's in jail he's
No.
like 90 years old now, and
Is this true?
he's not going through some good times. I saw it on TMZ.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I gotta look this up.
All these women are coming out of the woodwork saying that he forced them to do how it goes. I'm sure. T. Pressifer. I met Ron Jeremy in 2004.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he met Ron Jeremy long time ago. Before I was in the picture, so I didn't get to meet him, but he did. T. Pressifer. Hello, bench crew.
Howdy, Mr. T.
Hello, T. Pressifer. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you here in the chat box. I hope everything's going good for you and having a good week and good summer, and hopefully life is good, treating you well.
Hot summer.
Yes, it's kind of warm. One Rep. Thanks, guys. And yes, lack of muscle typically equates to better mobility. Ha ha ha. I didn't mean muscle. I meant just like your leverages are different and you can just move a little bit better. Not even necessarily. It can be that, but I like to think in our case that it's not lack of muscle. It's just lack of fat, and we have better leverages, right? We can
Leverage, yeah.
leverages and
Leverages.
therefore leverages. And I can explain. I can explain why it's a what.
I was just reading One Rep's next post here.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's packing. He's going somewhere.
One Rep. Uh-oh. I don't know what
Don't
happened.
don't pick shit out of your ear.
I just had an itch, but look at the top.
Yeah, it's bleeding. Don't touch.
Damn
Don't
it.
touch anything.
I'll wash my hand. I'll go. Hold on. Let me read this, and I'll go wash my hand. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, don't get. You're already only a chair. You got blood on a chair, so when he's gaming chairs.
We all know that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'll get it one way or another.
Okay, Steve Kennelly.
Okay, go.
Got all distracted here.
Yeah.
Now I can
Just go to the
dripping.
bathroom. I got it.
One Rep. Listening/watching you guys while packing my stuff. LOL. Gotta catch a flight at 7 a.m. to Sonora. Are we going on vacation, or is this a business trip? Business, pleasure, family? Oh yeah,
Get the
I'll do that.
fuck
I
out of here.
kinda-
Go.
sorry.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay. God.
I want to hear more about the trip to Sonora.
Well, if he replies to it, I will. Let's see. 1 rep. Damn, Cody blowing it up. Thanks, 1 rep, says Cody Plum. Cody Plum says the 575 was a clean touch. Oh, I believe it, Cody. There was no doubt in my mind. It just takes a while to get down, with those type of shirts. That last ½ inch can be.
Is that the one that I said I thought?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew he did. Howard Weingarten, love the flag. The one. Yeah, just put that up today. At 6:30. It was up in a box and I got it. It's like a canvas flag. It's real heavy. And I didn't know if those little pins were going to hold it up, but got it up and it looks good. Was thinking about you because you recommended we put up Old Glory, and there it is. Kind of livens up the room. Doesn't it? I like it. See. 1 rep says, damn, Paul, looking good. Lulin, good as F. I think that's looking. Yeah, that is correct. That's what he says below. Showbit J. What up, Benchmonster fam? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm hanging in there. She's bleeding to death out of her ear. Don't know what's going on. You fix it? Oh, she's back. Yeah, you. Just apply pressure to it and leave it alone. Put pressure on it. Don't blow your nose.
It's
Okay.
doing my nose itches.
Everything's going well, Showbit, so far. Just getting my crew ready for the meet coming up in 9 weeks. Making sure they're healthy, on point, making progress.
I can go back.
And that's kind of what we're doing. That's what our game plan is when we go to the gym right now at this moment. And just kind of I'm getting a kind of a feel for who's doing what, who's lifting raw, who's shirting, all this stuff. So we're getting a game plan going here, and my guys are going to make PRs. It's going to be exciting to see. And to look back at the training and kind of just everything that I would prescribe to them is kind of watered down my end a little bit, but they're incorporating things, and I'm letting them kind of do their own thing, and they're making progress. They're doing things that I personally would not do, but they keep coming in week after week. That's because they're young. They're my age. They'd be going backwards like me, but I always say that. Howard Weingarten. That's to you.
Okay, I'm on the right one then. I was just reading that on my own. Okay. Howard says, Ashley, it might be when you rack. So this is, I think he's explaining possibly why my back hurts more when I re-rack it than when I actually do the weight. Ashley, it might be when you rack the bar, you might relax your bracing and your back takes more of the weight. So you just might have to strengthen your mid and lower back, or if I think about or if I just focus more on bracing as I I'm putting it, if I continue, because he's probably right. I mean, I don't think about, as soon as the lift is over and I'm putting it back, I'm not
lose your
thinking
tightness
about
and everything.
pain.
Yeah.
I mean, so
That's true.
even just being more mindful
And
about it and continuing to
I try to help a little bit too, and
Yeah.
you don't even feel that. So
yeah. And that,
Well-
I mean, that probably helps, but it's still, as I'm transitioning the weight, as it's leaving.
lower back is where
My
your pain's
back.
at, though, in the
And
L4 area.
Because like I said, I'm not still, as soon as I'm done, I'm not thinking about bracing anymore. I'm like, get the F done. But it could be. So if I was just more mindful about continuing to hold my brace until after I'm long out from underneath the bar. If that's, I mean, I don't know. It's
One
not
rep.
plausible though.
One rep has some interesting stuff here. I'm going to
Definitely
write down.
something to be more mindful of. Because I never really thought about, like I said, when the lift's done, okay. 1 rep. Sorry about your back, Miss Ashley. When AJ and I are extra.
Fucked up. Messed up.
Messed up. We floor press, and yes, so that's another one and our wrists, elbows are angry too. We use the fat bar. Hopefully you get better. Yeah, floor press feels better too. Like Larson press and floor press are the most comfortable forms of pressing for me right now. So I have been doing lots of those. And I was trying to like do one Larson and then one regular. I was trying to keep a regular in there, regular feet on the floor bench day, but it's just the last couple of times I did it, it just caused so much pain, like real bad. Whereas when I Larson press, I felt fine. So I decided I just need to do that for a while. And honestly, that's only going to help me also, because that's just going to get my upper body stronger. And I'm somebody whose butt comes up all the time. So if I kind of learn to bench without relying on, using my legs so much and getting my butt in the air, then I'm hoping that when I am able to go back to feet on the floor with minimal discomfort, that I'll be so used to, benching with it on there and not doing crazy stuff with my legs and getting my butt up, that hopefully that
You're going to have to go have that looked at. That's the bottom line. It's not going to go on its own doing what you're doing in the gym consistently. Just, you got to find out what's really going on. We got an MRI machine here and throw you in it. Okay, Terry Conjugate. Great job on the squats and deadlift, Ashley.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate that. I really do. It's nice to kind of be able to start to putting a little bit more weight on the bar. It's not, like I said, I can't stress that enough. It's not as I was doing way more than this last year, so it's kind of frustrating to think about it that way. But compared to like what I was doing a few months ago, I'm going in the right direction from there. So, but I definitely appreciate the kind words and compliments, Terry. I really do. Terry Conjugate.
Paul
Mr.
Loeffler.
Mr. T, Big T. I like that, Big T. Paul Loeffler. I'm stronger now than I ever have been. I'm stronger now than I ever have been. I'm taking dead aim at 800 once I get to a new 3-ply fate.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Paul.
Yeah, that's absolutely. That sounds like
Just keep grinding.
a great goal.
Keep
You got it.
making those stair steps in your training.
Yeah, I mean, based off of what we're seeing, that's right there in the cards. Absolutely.
John Smith.
Okay, John Smith, can you tell the story how you and Paul started training together and a little bit about the journey?
I came from a place called the Tri-City Court Club here in town that has a pool, tennis courts, that type of environment. And I lifted there for 6 years. And my buddy I worked out with up and left and said he was going to Gold's Gym. Gold's Gym had just opened here, legitimate Gold's Gym, not the ones that you see today that aren't even real. And I wanted to be a part of that. So I left in January 1997 to go to Gold's Gym. And while we were over there, they had a little indoor bench press meet, kind of, members only, just hoo-haws. And I did it, and I bench pressed it was raw, 402 or something raw. I didn't have a shirt, didn't know anything about shirts. And then my buddy and I were training, and when you're in there at primetime hours, 5 and 7 at night, you look around, and we saw this one guy who was like screaming when he lifted. It was on a Smith machine, and I remember because a Wabdell meet was coming to town in March. I just came to this gym in January, and the guy over there lifting on the Smith machine with 5 plates, and it was one of those Smith machines where 5 plates is really like 315 somehow. And anyway, we hear this as he's pressing it, this god awful like noisy scream, and it's Paul Roch.
Was it really?
And it's him and a few other guys that would later join our crew. So we were looking over there, and we're nosy, my buddy and I. We walked by, and we heard Paul after he did it. He was standing up. He was like, "Oh yeah, at the meet coming up, I'm gonna bench this and this." And I'm like laughing to myself, like, you think you're a 500-pound bencher, and you think you're gonna do this at the meet? Long story short, we went to the meet, and Paul Roch came out and bombed with 315. at 275. Now he had a whole
Did he go
plethora.
raw or I mean,
You didn't have a shirt, plethora of
Still.
excuses, but up all night because of a girlfriend,
Jesus
whatever.
Christ, I didn't really.
And so that May 17th coming up was the next Wabdle meet. And I told my buddy, I said, man, I want to go down and I want to, we were spotter loaders at that meet. And that was the last time I ever did that job. And I said, let's go to this meet in Springfield, Oregon. It's in May 17th. Let's go down bench, man. Let's show them what's up. And I ended up borrowing a shirt from a guy that I worked out with at the Tri-City Court Club. It was an Inzer Blast shirt, a $45 shirt. And I was 198, and the guy that wore it was 198, but he was a bigger 198. So I took that shirt down, long story short, went down to Springfield, benched a 457 at 242 body weight. And when we came back to the gym, we bumped elbows, and Paul kind of said something like, we need to start training together. And I said, yeah, that'd be cool. Let's start doing this. And that's where it all started. And then Paul became my handoff guy immediately because my buddy that he was on and off methamphetamine, so he was here one day, gone the next. So I was committed to what I wanted to do. The next Wabdle meet would be Post Falls, September 1997, where Anthony Clark was, and that's where Paul, myself, and a few other people bonded, and we just started training together. And that's kind of where the journey started. And then, like I said, we ran the circuit here because Wabdle would come here. At the time, there was no Pride Powerlifting Federation, UPA yet. So we followed the Wabdle Federation, and they would have a meet February in Salem, Oregon. They would have a meet in this town, Kennewick, Washington, in March. They would have one in Springfield in June. They would have one in Post Falls in September. And then Gus Rothwich would always have his World's Contest in Portland at the time. So it was a fun, to train, go to meets, lift, and then we would get drunk and party and all that fun stuff. So we kind of ran like the circuit, and I remember Paul saying, Paul would kind of say behind my back, every meet I went to, I was going up like 30 pounds, my bench. And Paul was like, I don't know how he's doing it. Every meet he goes to, he's going up like 30, 40. And it was true. Every meet, I just was hungrier than shit. I wanted to be the best in the world. And I wanted to train with the people that were going to make me stronger. And that's how it all started. The journey began there. And then, of course, eventually it came down to me having to go wake up Paul Roch on a Saturday morning in the summer of 2000 because I was gearing up for a meet and no one else was training, and I'd have to wake up Paul to come hand off for me. And long story short, by the end of that year, I just said F it, and I went to Florida, went on an adventure down there, best fork on the road I could ever take, and ended up meeting Louis Simmons, ended up coming back with Bands and Chains and a whole new training philosophy, which I gladly showed the guys what I've learned, and we formed the Kennelly Power Team at the time, and the rest is history. Kind of how the story goes.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, how I met Paul. Yeah, he was in the gym screaming.
That sounds about right.
One of those lifters in the gym when they're lifting, they just outburst of screams like ah,
Which
and everybody
annoys
looks.
the hell out of
Oh yeah,
me.
no, the whole gym
It's
stops
not
and looks.
necessary.
It's not, but he got the attention he
I
craved.
mean, every now and then, like, if you're grinding out like a max or like, the last rep of a
He
big
was like that
set,
in a lot of things he did.
there might be like a small, but I've never found, I can't imagine that any kind of yelling like that is helpful because
He quit it.
you're wasting air. Like you're wasting air.
He
and
never did
energy.
it. He never did it again when we started training. It was
Yeah, he
just
probably realized he was an idiot or looked like an idiot. Like,
well, he was showing off, and
I know,
at
he
the
was trying
time
to get attention. And
he was
that's what
trying to
did,
impress women.
And we love Paul,
He
but
was
that's not the way to do it.
he didn't take his training as seriously as he did until we all grouped up and created a
He
team.
seemed very.
Then Paul Roch became lifting comes
Hardcore.
first. Lifting is number one, and then he tightened up his life, and he did a lot of great things, and a lot of great handoffs too. And wish he would come back and just walk in the gym and say hi.
He was hardcore.
He was hardcore. He never missed a workout.
I I really liked him. I miss him.
He
was
would
so
work
badass.
overtime, an hour and away at the Hanford site,
And
sleep in the back of his
be at the
truck,
frickin' gym.
and drive to the gym and come. I mean, and then go right back to work. He worked and trained, worked and trained. That's all he did, man. Yeah. You don't see people like that very often. Terry.
No, I think that's a rarity, especially these days. But we gotta have Paul on the show, man.
He said he'd do it, but he was talking Zoom. I need to get him to get a Skype account, and I got to find out where he's
I
at.
think he'd be willing to do that, and I'm sure his wife can help him.
Yeah. Terry.
Terry Conjugate Iron, killer workout on the floor.
Floor press.
Am I the right one?
Yeah, right at the top. Terry.
Okay. Killer workout on the floor press, Ryan. I've got my eyes on the F8 and Dark Side Benchmans, but customs will eat me alive in Greece. That and shipping will go more than double the price
That's
of the
right.
product. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Terry also says med ball pushdowns. Huh? Still in that one. Thanks. LOL. Yes.
And
Those
Terry,
are
there's
a
two
good
ways
one.
to do them. You can do them like a push down, and
Well,
you can
do
lean
10.
over too and get a little pec involved and do a little bit more heavier weight. There's two different ways you can do them.
Usually do 10 each way. 10 with the fingertips upright, and then 10 where you're a little more bent over with a triangle.
We haven't done those in a while, and it was actually Starrett's idea. And
Really?
yeah,
So he knew about him?
I just brain farted them and quit doing them. Mary asked you.
How did he just knew about them? Because those, you don't see very many people
No.
that know about those. Mary.
We did them
you
once,
like
like
her?
2 years ago, on TV. Maybe you watched a Benchmonster episode. I don't know. Mary asked you.
Mary. I will have shirts with the poster on them made and bring them to sell at the meet. Some of the Canadians will be down for it, along with the Hawaiians.
Boy, we just got an international
Nice.
showdown here at
So
Impact.
So Cece was asking me, and I didn't. For some reason, I didn't think they were. Are the oh god, Robin? I know was the lady's name, the equip lady, and then the big guy, that lifted the weight. That was a really bad description because everybody lifted the weight. It was a powerlifting meet. The guy that didn't have a hand that you guys helped.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about? Him and his
we'll,
wife
we'll
showed
help,
up.
We'll help
They're
him
good.
again.
Or is he coming? Is what I
If
was
he comes,
asking.
he's taken care of.
Okay.
We all help.
I was just out. You don't know if they're coming.
Not a
though.
clue.
Mary, if you're watching, is our Robin and her man coming down for this meet, coming to our town, or do you know yet, or just curious if you're on and you know, because Cece was asking that, but she says some of the Canadians are coming, and I know that they were from Canada. They're the ones I think of when I think of the Canadians. So sounds
Read
like
what
they
Terry
might be.
said here.
I'm finishing
yeah,
that.
You're finished.
What I wanted to say about that.
Yeah.
You see what I live with. I can't even. I sat here and listened to you tell that story for like 15 minutes, and I didn't interrupt.
Didn't take that long, did it?
No, but it felt like 50.
I jumped and made it as fast as I could.
mean, yeah, and that's
Terry
fine. But
Conjugate
I
Iron.
didn't interrupt you. I let you talk as long as you wanted, but you keep interrupting me. That seems fair, doesn't it, guys?
Oh, read this
Terry
one.
Conjugate Iron. Ryan, I sent you some clips a few days ago. Stupid link didn't work, it seems.
Right.
I resent them to your IG a few hours before you went live.
I'll check that out when I get off the show, and I'll put it on next week's show if that's the case.
Is that what he's wanting? Is it for you to put on the show, or
I don't
was
know.
it
I'll have to go look.
just that he thought you should see? I guess
Both.
that's important to qualify. Yeah, that very well could be. Okay. 1 rep max. I Googled it, by the way, and Pasco Airport is about 15 minutes from the gym. Hell yes. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, this is a real simple town, and the gym is located in an area where hotel and stuff and places to eat. I mean, it's in a well-populated
They're pretty
place.
nearby.
Yeah, everything's nearby, and it won't be hard to get you to places to find food, and we will do so when you're here. 1 rep.
Okay, let's see here. 1 rep. I start heading out at 21:30 for work. You're gonna have to try. What time is that?
8:30.
It is 21:30. How do you know that?
Or is it 9:30? I don't know. That's military time.
I know. That's why I want to know how to. I always forget. I like somebody explains it and then I kind of get it and then I don't use it and I forget it. 1 rep. Haha, in my case, I like to say it is lack of muscle. LOL, for my height, I'm supposed to be 220 to 240-ish. And what do you
You're not lacking muscle 1 rep. I've seen you in person, so
You're not lacking muscle. No. I disagree. I respectfully disagree. You're not lacking muscle. Or that's not
Ben
the way to
Adams.
say it. I guess that's okay. Ben Adams. Thoughts on decline bench press?
I like it. It's a great variety to toss in on max effort day. It's also a great exercise to throw in to do close grip decline presses too. We've done it for maximum effort. We've done it with bench bands. I think we've done it with shirts. It's how do you say? You know, when I first started out, a lot of my great benches in the beginning, my first 400-pound bench, my first 500-pound bench, all came on the decline, and that's where I first started getting one. You know, because it's a limited amount of movement depending on how you create your decline, and you hit somewhat lower on it, and it's a less travel and so forth. So I like to do them, 5 rep maxes on them, 1 rep max on them, volume on them. Sometimes on speed bench day or whatever we call it now, we just go on the decline and do put some chain on there and do 4 sets of 10 or something. But same with incline, train all angles. Don't neglect any. That's why you see us on the incline Smith machine thing a lot now. So, and we just did decline recently, a few weeks back too. So we try to rotate those. Never get stuck on a flat bench for years on end. It's always good to change up the angles. Terry.
Terry. I'll send clips when the bench band arrives. Oh, I already read that. Did I read that one?
No.
Really?
So we just read Ben Adams here.
You're right.
And Ben, another thing I want to try and I've never done is reverse grip on the decline. I just thought of that. We're kind of doing some reverse grip off camera. I mean, we're not proud of what the weight we're doing right now, but I like to try it on the decline, a reverse grip bench press. So I might have to throw that in. Didn't mean to interrupt, Terry. I'll send clips when the bench band arrives. Like Ashley said last week, it's a commercial gym, so I have to limit it to myself quite a lot. I miss having a crew. Understandable. You do the best with what you have in front of you and make the best of it. So sometimes you got to train by yourself, Terry. I did many years, and
yeah,
I kind of liked it because I remember taking a lot of bench presses out.
Everything you need.
I remember one night after college, I was jetting over to the Family Fitness Center here, and they closed at 10 o'clock, and this was 9:30. I jetted my ass over there, ran upstairs, warmed up, and it was one of those nights where it's like, I know I got 3 plates and a quarter. No one up there. And I remember I warmed up, and I was lifting by myself, so I was a self-handoff genius. And I remember I took that weight out, and when it came out, it was like, if I don't get this, I'm going to die. Like, it's going to fall and kill me or something.
How much was it?
3 plates and a quarter. Self-handoff, and I benched it for 1, butt down. It didn't go up very fast, but I did it, and I just remember that. Just having to get to the gym before it shut down and get what I called, that's when I decided right then and there that working full-time in college full-time, I wasn't going to be a world champion if I only had 30 minutes to work out one night a week. So had to limit my AABA degree bullshit for a while. And yeah, I had to do what I had to do, man. Hey, I wanted to be the best in the world, and I became that.
Which it paid off for you. Obviously, you made the right.
1 rep.
1 rep.
A family trip.
It's a family trip. Baptism Saturday, birthday Sunday.
Holy
wow. Shit. Rest, the hangover on Monday.
Yep.
And fly back Monday night.
Damn.
My cousin is introducing me to a friend, so we gonna handle business on Friday. So it's kind of all 3. Nice.
You have a good time, 1 rep, and enjoy yourself.
That sounds
Let
just
loose.
like a good time. It sounds.
And have fun, man.
No, you definitely go.
You've
go
been
enjoy
working hard,
yourself.
and but I tell you what, one rep, when you get back, yeah, there's no more fun. It's back to the
Yeah, fun. We
drawing
just
board,
gotta-
and we got a meet coming up in 8 weeks after that. So it's going to be crunch time. You're gonna have to put good things in your body and stay well hydrated and all that good stuff. Terry Conjugate Iron.
Terry Conjugate Iron. Sorry, I'm in and out. Okay, sorry, I just made sure that was the right one.
Because I did it off.
Sorry, I'm in and out because I just got off work. It's 6 a.m. here. Oh my goodness, is it really?
It's 8:25 p.m.
Holy
West
cow,
Coast
yeah.
time, Pacific
Yeah.
Standard Time.
So,
He's in Greece.
is that where?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask something else, but I started to
Howard
say-
Weingarten.
Apparently, it's not important because you just flew right by. Okay, I guess maybe I'll think of it in a second. But I had something I wanted to ask. Howard Weingarten. Yes, just brace for a second longer as you rack. Try doing bent over rows to your mid. I did do a lot of those to your mid stomach and brace as hard as hell on the bench. Put your feet out some as. Put your feet out some and try to lift your big toes off the floor. Yeah, that's like I said, that's some good advice because that could totally have something to do with it. As I've relaxed too soon, because I totally do. I don't think
You're gonna have to
about
put your feet
anything.
out in front of you. You can't put them down beside you. So
No, we're talking about squat.
Oh,
It's.
he's talking about on the bench.
Oh, I think the top part was.
It is squat, but down here on bench, he's talking about put your feet out some.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not
Yeah.
talking about that. I'm talking about holding my brace a little bit longer while I rack it and get the weight off because that totally could be it. Because nothing else makes sense. I've never in my life heard of that, but I do. Once I'm done with the lift, I don't think about it at all, and I should because I've still got the weight on my back.
Mhm.
So if I get loose, then that makes sense. I will definitely be more mindful. And then do rows to your mid stomach. I do those and brace. So be more mindful about the bracing as hard as
monolift would
hell.
help.
On the bench, put your feet out some and try to lift your big toes off the floor. Big toes
Yeah,
off the
you gotta
floor.
get your feet on the floor. That's the first step.
But big toe off the floor?
You gotta get your feet on the floor first.
My feet are, well, yeah, I know.
Then on the floor.
I can put them on the floor, but it hurts like hell. So it's
He said he heard the toes thing from AJ Roberts. That's interesting.
I figure that there's something to like, because I mean, is the idea that you're trying to like grip the like?
No, the idea is I think
You
if you pick up
literally
your
just-
toes, you hypothetically
I
won't
can kinda see
won't
that.
push your butt up. Maybe too. There might be a theory behind that. Keeping your ass
I
down.
might have to start playing around with that one. Thank you, Howard. I appreciate
Yeah, thank you, Howard.
The feedback, the tips. Always happy to have some help and some tips, some advice along the way. Thank you, Howard.
One
Okay, we already. Yep, that already covers. Okay, that he heard that the toe thing from AJ Roberts. So
I'm confused at one rep's post here.
one rep max. AAA. So Paul was the original.
Is that big guy,
Correct.
that big round guy that lifts the grizzly?
Or the dip. We might need a little more explanation here. One rep.
Is he like the
It's
one?
going over our heads.
Is that the guy that lifts like crazy
have
weights
no
and does
idea.
funky weird things? And he's like short and round, but
No
like
idea.
a real big dude?
Maybe.
Okay.
If there's
May I ask
somebody
you?
like that, it might be. We need more detail. One rep. Please tell us more about the Kyriakos grizzly, the original Kyriakos grizzly. Hashtag for the difficult.
Hey, speaking of which, whatever happened
We'll
to
be
the
waiting for your
to the other guy
explanation. We're not-
Zaman,
Over our
the
head.
800-pound raw bench
Sorry, I
guy?
was trying to talk, but apparently I'm done because he's.
What happened to
talking
him?
over
Nobody
me
brings up
despite
his
the fact
name
I didn't
anymore.
Stop talking.
Zamin, remember him? He was going after.
Zamini.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Zamani.
What happened to him? He was taking some time off and he was going to come back and bench 800 raw. No, I haven't heard the name. Haven't seen a video. Haven't heard
Nope.
nothing about him.
Nope, neither.
Zamani. Yeah. Nothing. Flash in the pan. All right. Mary.
Okay. Mary. As of now, Robin and Anthony. Anthony, that's it. I knew it. God, that was driving me nuts. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So as of now, Robin and Anthony will not be there. Yell, and Nathan will be there, and I think a couple of their friends. Oh, nice. Cool. Bummer that Robin and Anthony aren't coming, though. It'd be nice if that changes. I'll cross my fingers that they decide or are suddenly able to come, because I'd love to see them. They were super cool people. Howard Weingarten, 2130 is 9:30.
Well, I was close.
Okay, yeah, you were close.
I just know what 0600 is.
Terry Conjugate Iron. Ashley, most guys in my gym can't pull or squat 3 plates. Be proud. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. It's nice to hear, because I'm, so far off of my best. So it's nice to hear that, when people say that the stuff that, when people compliment what I am able to do. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate it. 1 rep Max. Yes, the Greek guy who lifts heavy as AF and screams his guts out after. Ha ha ha. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Howard Wine. No, I skipped one.
1 rep.
Well, okay. So I was right. So that's the.
He
the
specializes in Zerchers and inspiring as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
His specialty is Zerchers. Interesting.
He was bigger than Paul Roch ever was. But they might have had similar stomachs. Paul had a boiler.
Anybody have any idea what his, like...
Paul was tall, though. Paul was like 6'3", too. He was tall guy.
How big was this?
I don't know. He's big and round. I know that.
Okay.
Big guy.
Okay. So yes, a Greek guy, I see. What are you doing?
Huh? I'm trying to move over so I can be facing the camera instead of this way.
I thought you were trying to push me out of the
No, I'm trying to get straight. I'm
Do you want me to
over here
scoot
doing
over?
this. It looks bad. Unprofessional.
Is that better?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Let's see.
Howard Weingarten, the toe
Holy
thing.
crap. Did you know it was 8:30? Wow, I didn't realize what time it was. Sorry, guys.
I don't give a fuck. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You read.
So sorry for rambling. I got some. I mean, people are still hanging out, so we'll. Okay. So his specialty is Zerchers. I wonder how much he can Zercher.
A lot.
Well, thanks. That helps.
Yeah, a lot.
Thanks for clarifying that for me.
He's a big man.
Howard Weingarten. The toe thing drives your heels down and on the floor and helps. Whoa, I don't know why I got so close to that. And helps at keeping your butt on the bench. Oh, I need that in and of itself for the keeping.
I used to do that when I squatted. So I'd drive my heels when I squatted. I used to pick up my toes. You should try that.
I'm gonna try that.
Get your feet on the ground first.
Well, I know.
Yeah, you can make up all this other stuff until you get your feet on the ground and feel that pain dissipate or continuate. I don't know.
Well, I wish it would get better quicker. Okay. One rep. He does Zercher squats, Zercher shrugs, Zercher front raises. Then he does sleds, shrugs, and 500 plus kilograms.
Does sleds? No.
Oh, sorry.
And he does sleds with 500 kilos.
He does sleds.
The guy's an animal, yeah. I just don't know
sleds
what specific sport he specializes in.
Well, yeah, if his specialty is Zerchers, then what is he?
I don't know where you execute that as a lift in a federation or something.
Is there some sort of league like where that? I mean,
you have to ask Mr.
Because there's some weird
Mr.
things
Grizzly
that
Bear.
you don't, wouldn't know are sports that are actually competitive sports. So there could be a Zerch. I mean, you would think we would know about anything like that, but I mean, think at the Arnold, like how many sports you see that you didn't even realize were like sports.
True.
They've got a bunch of like competitive things that it's like, oh, That's a thing.
Straight curl contest.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's what I mean. You know.
Okay.
So who's to say there's not a Zercher thing like that? Okay.
One rep.
I think they're are. I think they're about this. I think they're about the same size. I think they're about the same size. He is 1.85 meters, and the scale says full when he steps on it. LOL. So definitely 200 plus kgs
Oh yeah.
and 440.
Yeah, he's over 4 easy. Yeah, I've seen, and videos do no justice. So he's a big man. Tiny Meeker.
Tiny Meeker.
Tiny!
Hello, Tiny. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. It's a pleasure to see your name in the chat box here. Hope you're doing well. Amazing to have you here. Just wanted to say hello. Great stories, Ryan. Man, I loved benching big on decline back in the days. I hope you get to get Paul on the show. I'm sure that would be a great.
Well, I ran into him at Walmart one night, and he agreed.
He did.
But I don't know what he's doing.
Do you have his phone number?
Yeah.
Like in what? Yeah.
He just had a birthday in
So
June.
you just have to reach out to him. Is
He's
all.
like 63 now.
It's crazy.
I remember when I met him, he was 40, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's old."
Scary, isn't it?
I was 25 or something at the time. Now it's not too old.
No, I mean it is, but
Yeah, whatever. I want to make sure Paul has a good internet connection, and I don't know where he's living, but
so maybe
I need just to call him, say hi.
You should have just a call, yeah, and then in that casual conversation, you can.
I told him every time I've seen him, I said people talk about you all the time on the show. They want anything. They want you on the show, and I think he's a Zoom guy. I don't know how to do Zoom on this thing, so I got to use Skype, the lazy man method. So, but it's easy for me. So we'll work on it, Tiny. Believe me.
Because do you need the app for
Zoom? I already have it on here.
not Zoom for Skype? Oh, you do have it on here.
I got Zoom on here, and yeah, unless people that do Zoom meetings, like Tiny did that thing where we were all on there, or whoever did that, I can handle that. But taking the video and putting it into this OBS system, a little over my head. And there's hiccups and stuff, and we got enough little hiccups when our internet goes kaput.
No.
So we got this thing running pretty smooth lately. So
Knock
now that we got
on
better internet service, that Spectrum, man, they're no good. They keep coming to my door telling me they got a bigger and better service, and I need to turn off what we have now and I'm like, dude, I said, I need upload speed. What do you got? About 100. And I'm like, no, dude, get off my doorstep. I don't care about your download speed. I need upload to throw it out on internet here on YouTube. So, all right, one rep. I'm rambling, and I'm getting hungry.
Well, I didn't realize that we were an hour and 40 in. God, thank you guys that are stuck with. I didn't realize that we had been on that long. My word, Big Bird. Okay. One rep. Someone asked him what he is training for, and he just responded, for the difficult.
Yeah, so he does difficult movements, and he's really good at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, strong. That's okay. All right. Fair enough.
And when Rep says he doesn't compete or anything, just trains because he lives it, I'm sure it was a typo, and he meant you have to love it. Well, he loves what he does, and he's been doing it for a while because I see his videos off and on. And he is larger than life person, and he can probably do a lot of things with weights that no normal persons can do.
Probably so.
I seen him like Zercher hold some, I don't know what it was, because it was all those different colored weights, but
oh really?
the fucking bar was bending. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Somebody sent me a video of him doing behind the neck tricep extensions with like 350 pounds.
Really?
I was gonna post that. It was a video somebody sent me. I'll put it on here next week if I can find it.
Yeah, you.
Because he was doing behind the head of tricep extensions and standing straight up with like 375 or something.
Really?
Guy's a beast. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds impressive.
He probably could bench press a lot too if we put him in a band shirt.
I would imagine so.
Terry Conjugate Iron.
Terry. Ryan, I uploaded the clip from a month ago when you guys posted my competition lifts on my YouTube channel. Also attached the link to your YouTube channel. Hope you don't mind me sharing it.
I don't care what you do.
Not at all.
Yeah, feel free,
you
man.
Go for it, man. Absolutely.
You're Benchmonster team family now, so
Yeah. So you can
yeah, feel free.
totally, whatever. That sounds great.
One rep. Last one.
My eyes are tired. Is it? Yes. Okay. Yes, it actually is. 1 rep max. And our 40, or is it supposed to be your 40? Jesus, gotta go. Haha. See you guys next week. Love y'alls. Enjoy the rest of your week.
I'm 33.
Thank you. We love you too. 1 rep max. We hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good day at work and a good weekend. And we will look forward to seeing you next week, buddy. Love you and take care.
All I know his
Thanks
birthdays
for
keep
being here
coming around
tonight.
faster and faster. That's what I don't like about it.
Yes, I had a really good birthday last week.
You
by
did.
the way, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I had 3 days of it. Had a birthday party that Friday night of my actual birthday. Then we went to a movie and lunch on Saturday. And then Sunday I had another birthday party. And got all sorts of presents.
Yeah, you had a pretty good birthday bash.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yep.
And Ryan spoiled me too.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad I did. You're still
Well.
yelling at me. So okay.
Well, that has nothing to do with my birthday.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
spoiling me for my birthday doesn't get you out of like being an asshole on other
talking
days.
over.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I'm so good at that. I didn't even practice.
I don't know, but you do it to other people too.
I know. It's like I
so-
can see the end of the sentence coming. So
No,
I
you
just,
can't. It's just
No?
you interrupt and,
I just
and go
jump
off.
in.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it doesn't usually. You never finish my sentence. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'll have to work on that.
You usually take the
I'm
conversation.
gonna take a correspondence course on how to not talk
Ah.
over people.
Well, that'd be good. That'd be.
I just get excited.
Money well spent.
If I was calm and relaxed, and I'd be like, oh yeah, but I'm amped up and excited, and
Yeah,
I can't
some
wait.
of it's just
I
you're not
can't wait to get
listening or
these
you
words
don't
out.
care. Yeah.
I don't care. It's awfully.
Oh, in
nice
my
of you.
case, you don't care what I have to say. You'd rather.
You want to
just
bleed
get
out your
yours
other ear? Just keep talking.
I didn't mean to mean. I'm just like that is what that means
Hey,
when you talk over somebody.
So, like I said, we'll have Pete Santee on soon, and looking forward to picking
we'll
his
let
brain.
you know
Yeah,
when we have an exact.
yeah. I
think
told
we
him
pretty much do.
we do. I'd like to get him on a little earlier. I hate waiting, so I don't know if he's committed Thursday night somewhere else, but he's on our West Coast time, so it shouldn't be too hard. And I sent him he wasn't too sure how our show works, so I sent him the questions, and I said it's PG. We don't do this. We don't do this, and it kind of calmed his nerves. So it's not like I'm gonna put him on the spot and ask him unlawful questions or something. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to having him on. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight, and let's have a wild weekend. I don't know, we midsummer here. What's my calendar say? What's coming up here? What is it? October?
You're
No,
right. No. Jesus.
August 10th.
We're right here.
Okay,
Can you
so
believe it?
yeah, no, we got September coming up.
So I start. Gotta figure
When's
out.
your school starting? Looking at a calendar here real
I'm
quick.
gonna guess it's
28th.
I don't know, somewhere in here. It might not start on a Monday. I don't think it starts before here though. It doesn't usually start this
We got
early. I
1,
go
2,
in
3.
here and here, but I
Don't
don't
touch
know
the
when
screen.
the kids start. I didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 training Tuesdays. Kennelly Benchmonster crew family.
Yeah.
8.
Well, 8, I guess.
And that's a deload on the 3rd. So, and your opener will probably be on the 10th. Might want to take note of that. There's not a lot of time. And Jose, you need to order a shirt. If you're going to
yeah.
listen to this meet in a shirt, you said 25th of the month. That was last month. You can't wait till 25th of this month. You got to get a shirt order, buddy.
You don't want to do that, man.
Whatever happens,
So you
happens.
have it,
Yeah.
and it's taken care of. You don't have to
Because he's
worry
wearing
about
he's
it.
wearing a hand me down that I just threw him
I
out of my
mean,
bag.
Yeah, that would work. I mean, I guess if
It works
like,
if he's 290.
if he didn't get a shirt in time, I guess worst case he could wear
Yeah.
whatever shirt he's
Well, I got to make sure
wearing.
these guys are ready. I got to
But
ride them.
I would, I know
Gotta
you want to
crack
have
that
your
whip.
best. I know you want to have. He wants to have the best chance for success that he possibly could, and I think that's gonna be ordering a shirt himself,
Yeah.
not just borrowing.
I will see him Friday, tomorrow. So I will yell at him tomorrow. Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody, and putting up with us and staying here for hours on end. Long show
I
tonight.
know, it was kind of.
You get to rambling, you get to telling
it
stories.
went-
I don't know what to do.
It went fast for me. Hopefully it was the same with the audience, but I didn't think we had been on here for any longer than an hour.
Time flies
I
when
like
you're having
looked
fun.
at it and I was like, is that that's 7, isn't it? No, it's an 8.
Yeah, time flies.
So nope, it's when we hang out with you guys and talk lifting and life, it
Yeah.
goes by like that. It's a pleasure. So thank you guys so much for joining us. For those of you that have been on here this whole time, thank you guys for hanging with us and spending the evening with us, spending the last couple hours with us. We appreciate having you guys. Have a fantastic Friday tomorrow. Have a fun and safe weekend. Rock the beginning of next week, and then we will look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.